Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers report Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee, Gran is crumbling under intense scrutiny as Laura Collins, Jeannie, Francis and Marco Rios, Adrian Oncondo press her about the $10 million missing from the Casadine estate. Secret tied to her desperate payments to Ava Jerome, Maura West and Rick Lansing Rick Hurst. To protect Kristina Corinthos, Davis Kate Mancy from jail time over tampering with Rick's brakes. With Laura's mayoral authority and Marco's discovery of a suspect shell company, despite Alexis' flimsy cover that she's handling it, the noose is tightening. Facing exposure, will Alexis turn to mob boss Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard for funds to replace the money and cover her tracks? Knowing it risks unleashing his wrath on Rick and Ava, could Sonny's retaliation turn deadly to shield his daughter? Laura's persistent inquiries, driven by her oversight of the Casadine estate legal matters as they pertain to Ace Casadine's J and Joey Clay Trust, and Marco's digging into the estate's records, flagging the shell company as dubious, have Alexis cornered. Her attempts to deflect, claiming the investment is secure, are unraveling as Marco, possibly influenced by his father Jensen Carlo Rhoda shady ties, keeps probing. A tense confrontation at the law office could push her to the brink. Especially with Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaganos, unaware of her mother's sacrifices. If Laura or Marco uncover the blackmail, will Alexis crack, or seek a risky lifeline to protect Kristina? Desperate to replace the missing millions and silence Ava and Rick's extortion, Alexis might approach Sonny, leveraging their long history and his love for their daughter. Asking for funds to replenish the estate would mean admitting her cover-up, a move fraught with danger. Sonny's protective instincts could lead him to funnel money through a front, like a fake Casadine deal, but Alexis knows he won't stop there and that Marco would be all over such a transaction. His fury at Rick and Ava for threatening Kristina could spark a lethal response, echoing his past vendettas. Will Alexis risk Sonny's deadly retaliation, or find another way to shield her daughter? If Alexis enlists Sonny, his reaction to Rick and Ava's blackmail could be explosive. Rick, his hated half-brother, and Ava, already on thin ice over their custody truce for Avery, Jerome Corinthos, Ava, and Grace Scarola, might face Sonny's full force, potentially a staged accident or mob-style intimidation to silence them permanently. Can Alexis plead to Sonny save Kristina without unleashing a deadly reckoning on Rick and Ava? Can she navigate the pressure without bloodshed? Port Charles is no stranger to explosive family drama, but the Davis clan may be heading for their most emotionally charged storyline yet. With Kristina Corinthos Davis caught in a dangerous crossfire, figuratively and maybe even literally, her mother Alexis Davis finds herself spiraling into desperation. General Hospital spoilers suggest Alexis, who has always worn her independence like armor, might finally do the unthinkable, reach out to Sonny Corinthos, the one man she swore she'd never rely on, to help save their daughter. A storm brewing around Kristina. Lexi Ainsworth has been navigating new territory as a surrogate, a budding entrepreneur, and an emotional glue holding her family together, all while hiding some painful truths. She's been trying to manage her complicated relationship with Blaze, the pressure of helping Molly and TJ build a family, and the lingering trauma from past manipulation by cult leaders and lovers alike. But now, spoilers tease Kristina may be in way over her head. Someone from her past, possibly a connection from the Dawn of Day cult, or even someone tied to Blaze's unresolved issues is resurfacing with dangerous intentions. Whispers around the hospital and the Invader newsroom suggest Kristina is being watched, and perhaps even threatened. Alexis, Nancy Lee Gran, always attuned to subtle changes in her children, starts to sense that Kristina isn't just distracted, she's scared. After overhearing a hushed phone conversation and noticing a pattern of cancelled appointments and nervous glances, Alexis begins to fear something serious is happening. Blaze confesses a secret. Blaze Jacqueline Grace Lopez, who has been growing closer to Kristina again after a brief but passionate breakup, finds herself cornered when Alexis confronts her directly. In an emotional scene at the Metro Court, Blaze admits there's something Kristina hasn't told her mother. Blaze reveals she received a strange warning to stay away from Kristina, and that Kristina has been receiving threatening letters. She refused to report to the police. She didn't want to worry her mother, nor did she want to risk damaging her surrogacy deal with Molly and TJ. She thought she could handle it on her own. Alexis is rocked by the news. Her daughter is in danger. and didn't say a word. Suddenly, all her old fears rush in. Alexis blames herself for raising her children in the shadow of her own chaos and poor romantic choices. But instead of taking action through the legal system, something in Alexis snaps. This isn't a job for reporters. It isn't even a job for law enforcement, who may be limited without evidence. This is a job for Sonny Corinthos. Alexis breaks her own rules. General Hospital spoilers hint that Alexis swallows her pride and does something she never imagined. Shows up at Sonny's Morris Bernard penthouse, asking for help. Sonny, surprised but respectful, listens quietly as Alexis lays it all out, clearly shaken, and speaks more as a mother than a former lover or legal expert. She begs him to put aside their history and do what he does best, protect their daughter. "I know who you are, Sonny," she says, voice trembling. "And for once, I'm not here to criticize it. I need you to be that man. The man who doesn't wait for permission or a warrant. I need Kristina protected now." Sonny agrees, and not just out of obligation. Despite their rocky past, Sonny still has a soft spot for Alexis. More importantly, he loves Kristina deeply. She's his daughter, too, and he's been worried about her recent erratic behavior. Sonny's investigation begins without hesitation. Sonny dispatches Dex and Brick to find out who's been threatening Kristina. It doesn't take long before Dex uncovers security footage from Kristina's center, showing a shadowy figure lurking nearby during late hours. The man's face is blurred, but the build is familiar. Simultaneously, Brick tracks down communications tied to Kristina's burner phone, and the number is linked to a former Dawn of Day member who vanished after the cult collapsed. Could it be someone out for revenge? Sonny's blood runs cold. He's dealt with men like this before, manipulative, dangerous, and obsessed. He realizes Kristina could be a target not because of who she is now, but because of who she was then. Kristina learns her mother went to Sonny. Meanwhile, Kristina becomes furious when she learns Alexis went to Sonny. She feels betrayed. "I'm not a child, Mom," she yells during a heated confrontation at Alexis's home. "You always think you know what's best for me, but you just made everything worse." Alexis pleads with her, telling Kristina she had no choice. "You may not trust me, but I will not bury another child because I was too proud to ask for help," Alexis says, a painful reference to her late daughter. Kiefer's abuse and the fallout from Kristina's teen years. That line softens Kristina, but not enough to make her back down completely. She accuses her mother of always making decisions for her instead of with her. Blaze steps in and gently encourages Kristina to see the bigger picture. "Your mom is scared. You're scared. Maybe it's time we stop pretending everything is okay and face this together." Molly and TJ get dragged into the chaos as if the Davis family wasn't under enough pressure. Molly, Kristen Vaganos, and TJ Taj Bello find themselves in an impossible position. News of the threat to Kristina sends up red flags for their surrogacy plans. Alexis insists Kristina shouldn't carry their child under these conditions. It's too dangerous. Molly initially resists the idea of pulling the plug. She believes Kristina is strong enough to continue. But when TJ learns the extent of the threats and sees how deeply involved Sonny has become, even he starts to worry. He's no fan of Sonny's methods, but he also can't deny that when Sonny gets involved, things are serious. Molly is torn between supporting her sister and protecting the future of their family. Tensions between the sisters simmer again, and GH spoilers tease a massive blowout between them is coming that could lead to an even bigger decision. Kristina stepping away from the surrogacy. Alexis and Sonny, complicated allies back on the Sonny front. General Hospital teases a new, layered dynamic between Sonny and Alexis. The two have always had chemistry, but it's been buried beneath years of mistrust, addiction struggles, and opposing ideologies. Now, with Kristina at the center, they form a temporary truce. Alexis even admits that sometimes, Sonny's way does get results. "You terrify me, Sonny," she says in a quiet moment. "But right now, I need that terror on my side." Sonny, in a rare moment of humility, responds, "I'd tear the world apart for our daughter, and I don't need a badge to do it." There's no romance on the horizon, at least not yet, but there's a newfound respect forming between the two. GH spoilers suggest their uneasy alliance may stretch beyond this crisis. Could they co-parent more closely again? Could Alexis eventually soften her disdain for Sonny's world, if it means Kristina's safety? What's next for Kristina? The man lurking in the shadows is still at large. The threats are escalating. Kristina is facing the realization that she may have been in denial for too long, and that her own past is bleeding into her future. If this stalker isn't stopped, it could cost her the pregnancy, her relationship with Blaze, or worse, her life. But for now, she has a mother who would break every personal code to protect her, and a father who would burn the town to the ground if anyone dared touch her. Port Charles better brace itself, because when Sonny Corinthos and Alexis Davis are united in a common goal, no one stands a chance. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.